Of you in today's episode of our weekly magazine series, Youthfolio, our series in which we take you on a visual trip across the Northeast. We bring you news and views, opportunities, development and welfare activities in the Northeast, enforcement of law and order including nabbing of militants, miscreants, etc. Watch on, our first section is current issues. 63 cadres of 4 militant groups surrender in Assam. Spiritual circuit inaugurated in Manipur by Minister of State Tourism Prahlad Singh Patel. Direct flights start between Delhi and Shillong. India celebrates Bangladesh's Vijay Diwas to mark 1971 Indo-Pak War victory. Differently abled persons get free aid and assistance in Manipur. A total of 63 militants, including 17 cadres of Alpha I, 32 cadres of United People's Revolutionary Front or UPRF, 13 cadres of Dimasa National Liberation Army DNLA, and 1 cadre of People's Democratic Council of Karbi Longri or PDCK surrendered arms to Assam Chief Minister Sarbananda Sonowal in the presence of State Chief Secretary Jishnu Barua, DG Police Bhaskar Jyoti Mahanta, IG Police Special Branch Hiren Chandranath and other dignitaries on the 21st of December at Guwahati's Srimanta Shankardev Kalakshetra International Auditorium. A huge cache of arms and ammunition were deposited by the militants, all of who had surrendered unconditionally and are looking forward to living normal lives now.
आज आप लोगों ने एक भारत श्रेष्ठ भारत यानी कि देश को जोड़ने के लिए जो आप लोगों ने आज कदम उठाए हैं, इसके लिए मैं दिल से आभार व्यक्त करना चाहता हूं। ये आप लोगों ने बहुत बड़ा कदम उठाया है, बहुत महत्वपूर्ण कदम उठाया है, क्योंकि दिल में भेद भावनाओं लेकर आप जी नहीं सकते, जीवन को खूबसूरत नहीं बना सकते। अगर जीवन को खूबसूरत बनानी है, जीवन में आनंद हासिल करना है, तो मिलजुल के रहना होगा। यूनाइटेड वी स्टैंड, डिवाइडेड वी फॉल।
আজি এটা আমাৰ অস্ত্ৰ সম্বৰণ অনুষ্ঠান আছিলে। 63 জন অসমৰ বিভিন্ন প্ৰান্তৰ উগ্ৰপন্থাত বিশ্বাস কৰা যুৱক আৰু যুৱতীও আছে। তেখেতলোক মূল সুঁতিলৈ প্ৰত্যাৱৰ্তন কৰি পেলাই যথেষ্টখিনি হাথিয়াৰ পত্ৰ জমা দিছে, বেছ উন্নত জাতৰ হাথিয়াৰ। তাত বিশেষকৈ আলফা ইণ্ডিপেণ্ডেণ্ট আৰু PDCK DNLA এইকেইটা সংগঠনৰ ব্যক্তিসকল আছিলে। বিশেষকৈ DNLA আৰু PDCK কাৰ্বি আংলং আৰু ডিমা হাছাও জিলাত তেওঁলোকৰ হিংসাশ্ৰয়ী কাৰবাৰবোৰৰ কাৰণে আমি অকণমান চিন্তিত আছিলোঁ, কাৰণ তেওঁলোকে NSCNৰ লগ হৈ পেলাই কিছুমান কুটাঘাতমূলক কাম পৰিকল্পনা কৰি আছিল।
Deputy Commander-in-Chief of Alpha I, Drishti Rajkhoa, who had surrendered to Special Branch Assam Police earlier, too formally laid down arms in the ceremony, accompanied by his wife, Neela Marak Rabha. He urged others still in the jungles to follow suit.
এটা কথা এতিয়া উপলব্ধি কৰিছোঁ যে দেশ জাতিৰ কাৰণে কাম কৰা বা দেশটোক উন্নয়ন কৰা, সমাজখনক উন্নয়ন কৰাৰ, ডেভেলপ কৰাৰ বহুত ৰাস্তা আছে। অকল অস্ত্ৰ সংগ্ৰামটোৱে যে শেষ ৰাস্তা সেইটো নহয়। যদি আমাৰ নিচিনাকৈ আৰু সন্মানীয় সতীৰ্থসকলে আহি আমাৰ জাতিটোক বা দেশখনক প্ৰগতিৰ পথৰ লৈ যোৱাৰ কাৰণে ইচ্ছা কৰে, তেতিয়াহ'লে তেওঁলোকক মই সন্মান সহকাৰে আহ্বানটো জনাইছোঁ।
Union Minister of State for Tourism and Culture Prahlad Singh Patel visited Manipur recently and inaugurated twin projects including spiritual circuit under the Tourism Ministry's Swadesh Darshan scheme, including visits to some of the state's most revered temples and construction and renovation of infrastructure around Mahabali Temple, Imphal East.
Sri Govindaji Temple is one of the central attraction in the state capital. It's one of the biggest Hindu temple in the Imphal area, located in Imphal East district of Manipur. And not only it's just a temple, it's the temple is related with with lot of historical fact and the cultural activities, and also it is a major center of tourist attractions.
The spiritual circuit is being developed at a cost of Rs 53 crore. It will aim at popularizing and spreading awareness about Manipur's famous temples and rich spiritual practices. Talking on the occasion, Minister of State Prahlad Singh Patel said that he is enthralled by Manipur's rich culture. He also promised to ensure that craftspeople and musicians, including pung players, get pensions. The picturesque scenic beauty of Meghalaya, the abode of clouds, with its many attractions, will now be easily accessible to tourists who want to fly in from Delhi. The first ever direct flight between Delhi and Shillong was launched on the 21st of December, which is no less than historic, as it is a long-awaited dream of the people of the state. The aircraft was given the traditional water cannon welcome at Shillong Airport. Many passengers had flown into Shillong from Delhi in the maiden flight, while from Shillong, passengers flocked to the Umroi Airport of Shillong with great enthusiasm to take the return flight to Delhi.
It's been long overdue. We, the residents of Shillong, are extremely pleased about this, and I hope this will be a regular feature and it will continue and boost tourism.
We were facing a lot of difficulty in traveling to Delhi, and officials travel, tourist travel, so this will boost the economy of this entire region, and it is effectively putting Shillong on the world map. I will say it's a world map, and it is going to help the people immensely.
Meghalaya Transport Minister S. Dhar informed the media that Government of India has collaborated with airline operator Flybig, which will operate the direct flights twice a week to start with and later increase the frequency as per demand. Talking on the occasion, State Chief Secretary M.S. Rao suggested giving of incentives to make the flights viable, while representatives of Flybig too expressed keenness to provide excellent services.
But I would suggest, in fact I was suggesting to one of your colleagues before the flight landed, that have small incentives so that the passengers are attracted to Umroi rather than Guwahati. A direct flight by itself is a great incentive for people to come. But if you just add a small things like I was mentioning, like Indian Airlines offers 20 kgs instead of 15 kgs. So initially when you don't have a full flight, I don't think it matters too much.
For this flight, the state government has taken a lot of steps for calling expression of interest, followed by a request for proposal, and they finalized Flybig on this particular route, Delhi-Shillong, Delhi route. So today, the day has come. Today, the tourism has opened in the state of Meghalaya, and as a reward to the opening of tourism, the flight is getting operated from Delhi direct to Shillong. That's a big thing.
An August program was organized by the Border Security Force on occasion of the 50th anniversary of Bangladesh Liberation War 1971's victory at Bharat-Bangladesh Maitri Udayan Park, Chota Khola, Belunia district of Tripura on Bangladesh's Vijay Divas, the 16th of December. Presided over by Inspector General BSF Tripura Frontier, Sushant Kumar Nath, the program drew in Bangladesh's first secretary, SM Asaduzzaman, besides other dignitaries. War veterans were felicitated, martyrs of Bangladesh Liberation War were paid tributes to, and BSF brass band played patriotic songs among other activities to showcase the bond of friendship between the two countries. perhaps no other country other than India celebrates the independence of another country.
Let me take you back to the days of take you back to the Bangladesh War of Independence in 1971. All of us know the role played by BSF in securing the independence of Bangladesh. BSF not only trained the Mukti Bahini in the initial stage, but it also provided them with all kinds of material as well as moral support in order to ensure the success of the liberation struggle, which culminated on 16th of December 1971. It is indeed heartening to note that for last 50 years, this day is being celebrated by both India and Bangladesh jointly as their Victory Day or Vijay Divas. You'll hardly find any country in the world where the Independence Day of another country is being celebrated on the lands of one country.
In addition, a 180-kilometer long Baton Rally relay spanning 11 hours was also organized by BSF at the Indo-Pak border, starting from Kaveri outpost at midnight of 13th December and culminating at the APJ Abdul Kalam Stadium, Anupgarh, in which over 930 BSF personnel took part to pay homage to the war heroes of Bangladesh Liberation War. Besides the BSF activities, Vijay Divas was also celebrated at Agartala's Bangladesh Assistant High Commission office by flag hoisting and paying of floral tributes to Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman.
This day is one of the most important day for the life of the Bengalis in Bangladesh and all around the world. And on this day, the Bengalis got their own land. They got victory after 9 months of bloody war, and they achieved independence.
A total of 476 differently abled people from 4 districts of Manipur received aids and assistance in a function held over 2 days at the City Convention Centre of capital city Imphal under the state government's ADIP scheme. Inaugurated by State Chief Minister N. Biren Singh, the program witnessed distribution of wheelchairs, hearing aids, walking sticks, tricycle, crutches, etc. under a total budget of over Rs 28,36,000. 3 young Bal Shri awardees who too are disabled but excel in their chosen fields were also featured on the occasion. The state government is planning to give interest-free loans to differently abled persons and enable them to earn livelihoods. For the purpose, a massive program of identifying the disabled who need help has been started in the state. We will go in for a very short break here. Don't go anywhere, don't switch channels. We'll be right back with you. First Word, a complete monthly magazine of the Northeast, read by who's who of the land. Packaging news and current affairs, sports, culture, festivals, achievers, life in Metro and lots more. Buy the magazine today from stalls across the Northeast and New Delhi at ₹50 per copy or subscribe for 12 issues by paying ₹550 online. For details, contact 98101 29327. A buyer-seller meet was recently organized by NEDFI in Guwahati, Assam to revitalize traditional weaving and enhance livelihood among the rural masses. Our report follows. The hard-working weavers of Assam who produce the magnificent weaves of the state but at times are unable to market the same or to get optimum price for their efforts got a big boost via a buyer-seller meet organized under Project Looms of Assam by Assam State Rural Livelihood Mission, or ASRLM, which was held at Guwahati's Netfi House recently. Inaugurated by ASRLM State Mission Director Krishna Barua, in the presence of many dignitaries, buyers and sellers, the meet included stalls showcasing weaves of Assam woven by 6 producer groups of Majuli and 6 from Lakhimpur. The objective of the meet was to revitalize traditional handloom weaving activities through value chain development, strengthening self-help groups, drawing buyers from different parts of the country, and enhancing livelihoods of rural communities.
আমাৰ 1000 গৰাকী শিপিনীয়ে আমি প্ৰশিক্ষণ দিয়া হৈছে আৰু তেওঁলোকক আমি 6টা পিজি মানে পিজি গঠন কৰা হৈছে তেওঁলোকৰ লগত আৰু তাৰ পিছতে আমি তেওঁলোকক জেকেট মেচিনো দিছোঁ জেকেটৰ খালু দিয়া হৈছে হ্যান্ডলুমৰ খাল দিয়া হৈছে আৰু লগতে আমি তেওঁলোকক 40খন বেম্বু খাল মানে বাঁহৰে বনোৱা খাল দিয়া হৈছে আৰু জেকেট মেচিন আমি তেওঁলোকক 15খন জেকেট মেচিন দিয়া হৈছে আৰু 120 জন মাষ্টাৰ ট্ৰেইনাৰ আমি তেওঁলোকৰ পৰা বনোৱাইছোঁ তেওঁলোকৰ পৰা মাষ্টাৰ ট্ৰেইনাৰ কৰাই লৈ তেওঁলোকক আকৌ বেলেগ আত্মসহায়ক গোটৰ মহিলাসকলক আমি তেওঁলোকৰ সৈতে প্ৰশিক্ষণ দিয়াম
मैं बॉम्बे से आई हूँ और मैं बहुत खुश हूँ कि इतने सुंदर टेक्सटाइल्स यहाँ बन रहे हैं और मैं पूरी कोशिश करूँगी इस टेक्सटाइल्स को पूरे इंडिया में ले जाने के लिए और रिटेल फॉर्मेट में बड़े नंबर्स पे इन सब वीवर्स को काम दिलाने के लिए और अच्छा रेट दिलाने के लिए और कंटिन्यूस काम दिलाने के लिए एक सीज़न काम होता है फिर ब्रेक हो जाता है तो प्रॉब्लम आ जाती है हमें कंटिन्यूस उनको अच्छा काम दिलाना है बहुत ही सुंदर कपड़ा है और सिल्क तो और ही अच्छा है उसमें थोड़ा टाइम लगेगा आई थिंक पहले सूती कपड़ा हम जल्दी बेच पाएंगे सो कोशिश पूरी रहेगी
In our last episode, we had shown you the picture of a man in traditional wear and asked you which tribe and state the man comes from. Well, the man belongs to the Konyak tribe of Nagaland. We shall bring you a short feature on dress of the Konyak tribe before announcing the names of the contest winners of this week. The Konyaks, who are the largest among the 16 tribes inhabiting Nagaland, are majorly concentrated in the Mon district of the state. They can also be found in parts of Arunachal Pradesh, Assam and Myanmar. Known to be fierce warriors, the Konyaks have brilliant traditional attire which they sport during festive occasions, dances, etc. These include feathers of hornbills in their headgears, skin of deer, teeth of wild boar, and so on. Many sport tails on their backs as well. Their colorful leg bands and jewelry, including necklace with brass faces, many beaded necklaces, tattoos on their faces and bodies, make them distinct from other tribes of the state.
This is the traditional dress of Konyak. And this one, it's the feather of hornbill, and this, it's a skin of deer, and this one, it's a teeth of wild boar, and this one is our traditional headgear, and this one, it's a earring which we used to wear, and this one, it's a necklace, and this one, it's a jongpak, and this one, it's a knee, and this one, it's which you used to wear during festival, it's a jongbok.
The attires and jewelry worn by women of the tribe are equally colorful. These attires are generally woven by the hard-working women folk of the tribe themselves, while the men traditionally practice gunsmithing, iron smelting, gunpowder making, etc. The Konyaks are among the last among the Naga tribes to have embraced Christianity. Today one can find them devotedly praying in churches, the pastors and following the call of Lord Jesus Christ, while at the same time also pursuing some of their old animistic rituals and celebrating their traditional festivals. The Auling Monu festival, celebrated generally in the first week of April, is one of the biggest festivals of the Konyaks, which denotes the tribe's new year. Many dances, merriment, and prayers to the harvest gods marks this festival. Now let's check out the names of the contest winners of the week who have won rupees 500 worth of mobile recharges from us. The winners of this episode are Deblina Tamuli from Guwahati, Assam, Kea Kakoti Sinha from Silchar, Assam, and Phila Shimre from Ukhrul, Manipur. Congratulations winners! We will recharge your mobile phones within a week's time. Viewers who wish to take part in our contest and win easy recharges from us have to answer a very simple contest question. The question this week is, when is the Vijay Divas of Bangladesh celebrated? Rush your entries to youth_folio@yahoo.com or SMS or WhatsApp to 98101 29327. Don't forget to tune in to Youth Folio again next Saturday at 7:30 p.m. only on DD Assam. You could also check our earlier episodes on YouTube, and please also subscribe to our Vision channel on YouTube. Until next week, take very good care of yourselves. Goodbye and protect yourselves from the virus.